One of my all-time favorite side that goes almost with any meal is roasted peppers in garlic. Let's do this. I love these roasted peppers. I can put it as a side to almost any meal, especially brunch, on sandwiches, even on pizza. But one of the best things is that you can make it a few days in advance and just keep it in your fridge. It'll taste the same or even better. So make sure you make plenty. You won't stop eating it. We can roast these peppers in two ways. Let's go to the stove. My all-time favorite is the stovetop roasting pan. I use it to roast all my vegetables. It keeps the area relatively clean and it gives the vegetables an amazing roasted flavor. Otherwise, preheat your oven to 375 and prepare a pan with baking paper. Rinse and cut the peppers in half, clean the inside, and place it on the pan with the open side down. Bake them for about 30 minutes or until the peppers are wrinkly and black. Turn off the oven and leave them inside to cool down, or just place them in a bowl covered with plastic. Alright, you see how it's black all over? I'm gonna get them all completely black on all sides. Make sure you get also the bottom and the top. Otherwise, it'll be very hard to peel it in those areas. Okay, I think that's it. They're nice and black. And we want this water. I'm gonna tell you in a little bit why. So I'm gonna put it in a bowl. And I'm just gonna take a plastic bag and kind of folding it to let the steam stay inside and separate it from the peel so it's super easy to remove later. So it's been about an hour. You don't have to wait that long, just enough for the peppers to be cool enough to handle. Now, if you roasted your peppers enough time, this peel will come right off. Look how simple. If for some reason you're having a hard time, just do it under running water and that should help you a lot. Look at those dark spots. That's going to give you that smoky flavor that we want. Once you peel it, I'm going to cut it in half. Unless you roasted it in the oven, we're going to clean the peppers inside. That's it. Look how quick. I'm just going to give it a little rinse. But you see, that's probably a section that I didn't roast enough, so I'm just going to cut that off. Don't worry about it too much. Nothing here is too crucial, guys, seriously. I cleaned all the peppers. I removed the white parts on the inside and all the seeds. You can see they're nice and clean. So I'm going to take my pepper, and remember, it's not so hard because it's roasted, and I'm just going to cut it into small strips. If you have all these corners at the end, just clean them from whatever is left over from the inside and cut them into smaller pieces. So I wrote in my recipes about 7 or 8 garlics for 10 peppers. Of course, it depends on the size of your peppers and the garlic. In this case, we have 3 peppers. I'm just gonna put 3 or 4 garlics. I usually go heavy on the garlic. I'm gonna press them with the knife very gently. I don't want them to get too squashed because we want to cut them into thin strips. There we go. So depending on the size of the garlic, I like to cut it into 2 small pieces and then just chop it into thin slices. It really doesn't matter so much. You just don't want to have huge chunks of garlic. I think this is actually enough. These are 3 garlics. I would say about a garlic, a pepper, more or less. I'm going to take a little bit of lemon juice. For 3 peppers, maybe a tablespoon. About 2 tablespoons of olive oil. This is just for these 3 peppers. More accurate quantities are in the description. A tiny bit of sugar. You really don't need a lot. It's just to balance the flavors a little bit. And some salt. Now you're probably asking yourself why we kept those liquids in the beginning. When you stir the peppers, it's crucial that they'll be covered with oil to give them that nice texture, and also it helps our body absorb all those good nutrients that we have in the vegetable. But if you have a strict diet and you want to reduce the amount of oil, you can always replace some of that oil with the natural liquids you got from the peppers. Maybe half, more or less. When you roast them whole, you're gonna get a lot more liquid, so just bear that in mind. Guys, that's it. That's all you need to do. Now remember that the salad will be tastier after it sits a little bit in all this deliciousness, but you can definitely give it a little taste just to make sure you don't need more salt or anything. Just place it in any container you have that has a lid. It can even be a jar. Cover it, and that's it. Keep it in the fridge and enjoy it in a couple of hours or for the rest of the week. Now, a quick suggestion: take a nice piece of bread, toast it, and add some tahini or baba ganoush with some roasted peppers on top. For that baba ganoush and for more easy and delicious recipes, make sure you subscribe. See ya.